Live from Madison Square Garden.
We are alive. Ha 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 ha.
What's up?
We tick. We exist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tonight, our friendly viewers, it looks like we are going to be having a watch-along to Misery. The link to the movie is in the chat at the top. I think we both need to thank Mark for setting this thing up.
Exactly, yeah, man.
My pleasure. I love Misery. It's one of my movies.
Mm-hmm.
And it is his 30-year anniversary.
Yeah, which we would not have found out about if it wasn't for Mark again.
Very,
Congrats.
very true.
30 years. And we would not have known the treasure of Kathy Bates if not for this movie.
Very true. I mean, she's done other work, but this is definitely one of her defining roles, you know.
Yeah, I can completely get behind that sentiment.
So, are we ready to watch, gentlemen?
Aye.
Yep.
Then we will begin countdown in watching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing play.
Here we go. Mwahaha.
GM Lion.
Castle Rock Entertainment.
That's cool that Castle Rock has it. Did that come from Stephen King's, like, the entertainment thing, or did Castle Rock look at this before that and they're like, oh.
I think this was before that, so it's like, oh, Castle Rock.
It lines up pretty well.
A cigarette that has been field stripped. Interesting.
All right. And I know everybody gives credit to Kathy Bates when they talk about this movie, which is well deserved. But James Caan, for the position he is in, gives just a great performance.
Oh, he does.
Yes, he does.
The chilled back author.
And I can relate to this because I'm not a published writer, but I'm a struggling writer. And to have someone threaten your babies like that and like tell you what to write is like frustrating as fuck. Because I've had my work destroyed on accident, and it's really upsetting.
Yeah, it can be soul crushing.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can understand why he's field stripped that cigarette, but that is so bad for him. His lungs are going to be tar.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
We have a Dale Strunk in the chat saying, "Hey guys."
Hey, this.
Hey there.
This is actually a very appropriate movie for the season. I forgot about that, but this works.
See, any sane person driving in that condition would have pulled over.
Yeah.
This guy's got a suicide wish. If this was made today after people watched Ice Truckers, nah, he'd pull over.
Yeah, I mean, but he's still fucked because that ain't. Even if he does pull over, that isn't coming up anytime soon. So he just kind of hopes that his car is warm enough to like stick it out.
Yeah. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. He has collided with a snow wall.
Down goes Fraser.
I used to be an author until I took a crash to the knee.
Okay, this is a good question. I don't remember if they answered this in the film, but do you think she was stalking him beforehand? Or she just stumbled upon him?
The way it kind of played out in the movie, and I don't remember how they wrote it in the book. She was kind of following him because, what would be the chances of her just happening to stumble upon him in a snow-covered car?
Yeah.
You know.
If you look at most cases of obsessed fans, then they tend to know the movements of their target. They tend to be stalkers.
Exactly.
I think this was like based off of an experience, like, well, at least one experience where Stephen King, like, this lady kept breaking into his house, and she wouldn't do anything, but she just kept breaking into his house, and he would have to like kick her out a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's happened to a few celebrities. It's alright, Trash. We completely understand. You've got to get Rambo into shape. Otherwise, how is he going to stand a chance in the jungle?
Marty, you're good, dude. Oh, God. My mom's listening to Careless Whisper in the background, and it's making the scene really awkward.
Like I said, I adore your mom, Trinity.
She's one of a kind.
I'm watching this. It's funny how that lined up.
Yeah, I swear she was following him because all alone in a blizzard in a car, yeah, you don't just stumble across your idol.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
I don't.
she even says, when later on, when they're talking, she's like, I knew you stayed at so and so's lodge, and when you finished the story, you had a battle of Dom Perignon.
Yeah.
So she knows what lodge he stays at, what he drinks, and what he does when he finishes a book.
Yeah, in that case, it should be cast as an obsessive stalker with a big risk factor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And those people tend to be like the guy who shot Lenin.
That ain't good. Yeah, she does say that, Mark. You're right about that. I knew she said it. It's just I don't think they ever outright said they're stalking her. She was stalking him, so that's why I wanted to ask like you guys' point of view on that.
And Trash just something humorous in the chat. Basically, Rambo's got cracked neck, so he's gone. You want to survive war? You got to realign your neck joint.
Oh shit, dude! If Annie Wilkes accidentally kidnapped Rambo instead of fucking James Caan's character, she would have been fucked.
But let's be fair, Trenchy. Are we talking Rambo in the same condition, James Caan, or are we talking Rambo just upright?
All right, yeah. If he was in the same conditions as James Caan, she
Rambo
might have to lead over him.
If Rambo is in the same condition as James Caan, Rambo is as helpless as a newborn babe in Kathy Bates' arms.
Yeah, I think he would put up more of a fight though, because he's fucking nuts. At least in the first movie, he's off his rocker as well.
Yeah, he's got bad PTSD. Annie Wilkes is just fucking psychotic.
Yeah.
There's you've been fucking you've seen so much, and you've been to you've seen so much in war that you can't take it anymore.
Yeah,
you freak out at it, but fucking Kathy Bates or Annie Wilson is just fucking batshit.
yeah. I think that Annie may be like on the spectrum with some bipolarness, because even when the scene, well, I'll talk about it when we get to it, but there's a certain scene which makes me think she may be a little autistic. And I know I said that about Pamela Voorhees as well, but I really feel that way, that sometimes when they're just playing these psychotic characters, that they do show signs of actual mental illness.
Well, Pamela Voorhees, I don't think was what I think she had DSP.
Yeah, or schizophrenia. I think there might have been a little bit of schizophrenia, but you're probably right about the PTSD, of course. There was
DSP,
mm-hmm.
where she has multiple personalities in her head.
Yeah. I would like to say as well that this sheriff is fucking awesome. I love this fucking sheriff.
And he's actually got a proper sheriff office.
Yeah, it's like, even when he's on screen, I'm never bored by him. I'm worried about James Caan and Annie Wilkes, and I want to see more of them, but I never want to rush his sequences either.
Yeah, the sheriff is actually really good. Is a really good actor.
Yeah.
Not nearly as bad as it looks. You have a compound fracture of the tibia in both legs and the fibula in the right leg.
I think the only thing that you can certainly say is a drawback to his looks is the simple fact that his chin does look like a scrotum.
Yeah.
Meantime, you've got a lot of recovering to do. I consider it an
He's a barbarian.
Could be worse. You could have ass face like Affleck.
Oh God! Now I want to know what Love is playing. Jesus.
I'm pretty sure they're both not busy.
See, now all we need is your mum to watch Brokeback Mountain in the background, so every once in a while we just get the quote of, "Why can't I quit you?"
She loves that movie too, so there's a possibility that could happen.
Oh, good Lord.
Why can't I quit you? Because I deal you meth.
This is not. This is probably the best / worst soundtrack for this movie.
Yeah, because enough time's passed that they've now grown slightly familiar with each other and he trusts her.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize there was a time skip at this moment.
And Dale is cracking up at you, Crunchy, listening to Careless Whisper while this movie is going.
Yeah. Well, now it's I want to know what love is. So it's like,
Oh, that actually kind of, is twisted into my sound. That actually kind of works for this movie.
Yeah.
I might fuck around with that and see what happens.
See, what you need is a song that basically goes like "Love Hurts,"
You know, that's
because she loves him, but she's also going to hurt him badly.
I'll go.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I know you didn't actually look up shit. Jesus.
No. I'm not gonna be saying mean that. I'm just gonna say, what Kanye is plus. Think about it. It's pretty fucking hard. It's shit. Some of the shit that she does for about this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't any.
She acts all pleasant and innocent, and underneath she is really a psychopath.
Yeah.
It's really nice that
See,
I
right
didn't
here,
have to look at his work early.
right here, she's saving him, Trisha. She you.
Huh?
Right here, she's like. So that right there shows you she's stalking him.
Yeah, that is true.
There you were, leaving alive.
At the bar scene, and yeah, the guy with the walking stick, his moustache, it's nice, it's prop, it's trim, it looks like the hair on the back of his head.
Jeez.
Baby.
Yes, let me put on my reading glasses. I don't need glasses for the shooting, just for the reading.
Poor Anthro, he gets a copy of Misery and he has to work till tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens sometimes. As long as he's enjoying himself, that's the main thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it would have been great for us to kind of like, I don't know if you've seen it before, but if not, for us to introduce him to it, to be with us. But at the same time, you have to watch movies solo sometimes so you can take them in a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because although we are watching the movie, we're also chatting and we get sidetracked. So it's nice to watch the movie and be able to concentrate on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's going to be your first experience, then yeah, watch it on your own so you can absorb the whole thing.
Mm. This is one of those movies, yeah, because we've seen it all multiple times. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I've seen it
Some
multiple times, but this is my first watching like probably about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. I would say up until about 2005. After you, Mark?
It's maybe here before I moved out here to Aaron. So Yeah, we're looking at around 4 years because I've been out here in Arizona.
Whereas a very bizarre thing is, in the UK, up until about 2005, or between 2005 and 2010, this used to be a Christmas movie up until that point. It was shown every Christmas.
It makes sense. It kind of.
But it is kind of. If you think about it, it's kind of Christmas, the kind of the movie.
Yeah.
The time
Um,
Grinch, when the Grinch kidnapped Christmas.
mhm. Like I seen this last time I seen this was like 5 months ago, so it's pretty fresh, but still it's been a decent amount of time.
See, I do like the view shots that they do have, the scenery, just the open mountains
Yeah.
with snow,
Mhm.
and then you have jeeps and people, and it spoils it all. Curse you humans, you spoil everything. See, it's just quite weird. You got the old couple in the car. You got the old guy who looks like his chin's a scrotum, and you got the old woman who looks like her chin could be used to crack walnuts.
Oh, why the fuck do I have an ad? Keep watching, guys. I'll catch up.
Ads.
Shit happens. Oh, I think I can skip ad. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
No harm done.
No harm, it's only a couple of seconds.
Mhm.
Sorry, dude, I didn't realize it's going to have ads for you.
Oh no, dude. The only reason I'm probably being able to watch the movie is because of you. Don't apologize, man.
But next time I'll try and find one that's ad-free.
I know,
The
I
guy
know
just sang.
it had an opening ad, but I know they'd be throughout.
See, someone might be very, very confused if the little prints get covered, because there's going to be big holes in the snow going. Something big came through here, and it was large and cylindrical.
Somehow. Oh, I'm enjoying myself.
Oh, Sadie in the chat has said, my connection is awful, but I shall be listening.
We're good.
You're listening to our sultry voices.
Cool.
Now to serenade you with a song of my people.
Ridiculous. Who am I to make a criticism to someone like you?
Appreciate you coming by, Sadie. That's the main thing.
Oh, yeah, the book. The awful, awful book part.
Oh, no. Ooh, I hope I didn't wait too. When I got brilliant, more calls, pull back from there. As soon as I saw it, I slammed my leg down at the first copy.
See, this movie does have a strange dichotomy, because you can see that he's beginning to question why is he still there? Should he actually still be here? Should he try and get away? But he can't do anything because she's the one who is his primary caregiver at this point.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Well, mine's still out. It wasn't the town that worked in just fine. Call that agent. What a wonderful person. Believe in the difference of the day. It's like a visit for my oldest dearest friend. Nathan said to tell you were okay, but I'm afraid you'll have
That
to wait.
breakfast is way too colourful for my liking.
Wait, what?
Oh, you might get there in a minute.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
yeah, breakfast in
I
bed.
forgot I'm behind. I'll catch you. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. The breakfast. Okay.
Yeah, it's just too colourful for my liking. My dog's moving. Why are you moving? Why are you trying to take the futon with you?
And here we go. And going off the deep end. Let me see it.
Buddy, I'll be right back, gentlemen. My doggy wants to go outside.
You're good.
You want a wee wee? You want a wee wee? Come on, man.
What? Hey. What you
Oh,
mean, dude? Hey.
ah, fucking pig! I love the fucking pig.
Oh, so you bitch. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. What the fuck? I'm not high enough for this shit. Jesus.
Yeah, that magnificent child was the only two divine things ever in this world.
Yeah, lady, you're. Yeah. That's. She's almost childlike in some scenes. I think that's what makes it even more terrifying.
Don't you stay just a little bit longer?
Mm-hmm.
Stop, you goddamn senile old coot.
What can you want? I'm not even there. It's a pretty special night. Well, John.
She's willy-nilly just fucking shaking around that fucking piss jar. He's looking at it like why? Get rid of it. Like you're shaking that near my bed. Jesus. Oh, shit. Oh fuck. You guys already had to probably pass the scene, but I just got to the fucking.
What?
I got where she finished the book.
Misery kept saying not to be
I'm just barely to the point where the sheriff for the street grant.
Oh, I'll catch up on that too. Oh shit.
Ooh, I made it. I made it in time.
Oh shit. We gotta take care of him.
think about anybody. Not the doctor. You know, like the dad. Nobody ever called him. Nobody ever did.
So you can see the panic on his face going, oh shit, what have I gotten myself into? Or what have I found myself in?
Yeah. He's fucked. Literally fucked.
There's no saving you this time, Mr. Author.
There's no escaping the call of the demon this time. Christopher, thriller now.
Yeah, this guy is lots of pain, lots of pain.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, because unfortunately he's broken one of the main bones in each of his legs, so yeah, he ain't going anywhere fast.
And he only has one arm, so it's like there's no way.
It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man, but he's bedridden. It was still him.
If he had both arms, I don't know, maybe he might be able to like drag himself better.
Yeah, if you've got two arms, you can do the elbow crawl, which allows you to just distribute your body weight a bit better than you can with just one arm.
Yeah. I mean, he's trying his best though.
Oh no, he's like a creep. He's like an alien from Signs. He was stopped by a door.
Most men wouldn't make it this far. It's like you can tell there's a little bit of fight in them.
Well, I know people like to say Stockholm Syndrome, it happens very quickly. No, it doesn't. It does happen quickly in some cases, but on the whole, it takes months to years for them to develop a dependent bond.
Right.
If we know anything, we'll let you know. Call anytime. Bye, Mr. Bill.
Why are you on the floor? Because I wanted to escape from you, you psycho bitch.
Mhm.
You like what?
And I told him who you were, what happened.
See, unfortunately, he's never going to get a leg up on her.
Mhm. Okay.
Mate.
Dude, she's strong though. She's like lifting a grown ass man off the ground.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
I
he
wouldn't-
sees the bigger man and walk away.
I've been training for years, but when I abduct you, I have been lifting 200 pounds a day. But yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't go down the let's make her an attractive woman instead of let's make her an average woman.
Well, in the book, she was like, you know, she looks like what is shown in the movie. At least I
Yeah.
think she's described like that. So
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they pretty much got it book accurate, but you can just see a bunch of people in Hollywood turning around saying, yeah, she could be this, she could be that, but make sure she's tall and attractive and seductive to make it make it a bit more appealing to mass audiences. And it's like, no, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't.
it wouldn't work because the
Yeah,
thing is,
no, it wouldn't work.
Oh,
One,
If they had changed the. Go ahead.
oh, all I was going to say was, oh, and we have an art in the chat.
they are
He says, "Hey, everybody."
No, if they had changed the any character to say like the Nightmare on Elm Street 3, it wouldn't have worked at all.
yeah.
Not that I
It's
wouldn't have
one-
minded that scenery, but
I get it. But one, she looks the part. She looks strong. You know, she looks like she could actually pull this off. Two, there is too much childlike, you know, kind of thing to her performance. To have it a sexy woman, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't have that weird, creepy charm to it that Kathy Bates has.
Yeah,
It would just be like, oh, it's an attractive woman doing all this. Like some of it would come off as weirdly sexy, and it just wouldn't work for the character.
yeah. No, I completely agree. It's why I'm very glad they didn't go down that route. They actually stuck to keep it to the story
Yeah,
and
same
don't
here.
try and don't dilute it.
We would be focusing on Annie for the wrong reason.
Yeah, instead of going, oh, she's quite cunning, she's vindictive, like this, stuff like this. Instead of be going, oh my god, did you see that? Another panty shot.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's me is an extreme close up of Annie in the shower.
I know they did Lizzie Kaplan as Annie Wilkes, and I guess she pulled it off very well. And she's an attractive woman, but I think she actually like, you know, built up for that performance. I think she actually like gained some weight and stuff.
Oh, for art, we're at about 36 minutes into the movie.
This part's like disturbing because she's like putting the gasoline on him, and then she put his writing, she put his book, the only copy, in the fucking thing, and that hurts, man. That I can relate to this feeling so fucking much. To have someone to be forced to do this is just, you know, some people might not think it's that bad, but if you actually write stuff, you know that this is like one of the worst things that could happen to a writer, is being forced to destroy their own work.
Yeah. And you can see the conflict on his face when he actually throws the match into the fireplace. Well, into the barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she she put the gasoline on him too. So it was like weirdly she's giving him the choice: are you gonna burn yourself or the boat? Like
kind of-
I don't know how I saw it.
It's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. You can either live for the rest of your days or you can live through your work. Which one will you choose? But it's a shame because I'm pretty sure that manuscript was quite hot.
Feeling hot, hot.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. Ew, hot, hot, hot. See, in that case, instead of get to chopper it, look at the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
I'd
Right,
rather
wrong
not you
movie.
get the chopper. Wrong movie. Ah, the bucket of shame.
You know what? I can't believe it hasn't hit 30 years. Carrie.
Oh, what? Carrie?
Yeah, you would think it'd be coming up on 30 years by now, or 40 years.
Yeah, 40 because it was made in the 70s. Yeah.
70, 36, 78, somewhere in there.
Yeah, something like that for sure.
Oh my god, another actress in a TV series who looks like her hair's going to attack people.
Who?
Who's
The
Sissy
woman-
Spacek?
Yeah, the woman on the TV series that the nurse is watching.
I got another ad. I'll be right there. Yeah.
Always eat your Jello, man. Don't leave your Jello alone.
One of these fucking shows.
Yeah, especially when you're in the hospital.
Yeah, you got to enjoy your Jello, otherwise someone else will. Because everybody's always jealous of the Jello.
Hell, they're Jelly of the Jello.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, when you're recovering from gallbladder surgery and you can't keep anything down, you welcome that Jello.
Because sometimes Jello's the only thing that stays down.
Yeah, I like Jello.
Yeah.
I got no beef with Jello.
See, I'm quite glad I can speak American because in England we call it jelly.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because we usually refer to jelly as like what you would call jam, right? You would call it jam.
We would call jam the stuff that you can spread on toast and stuff like that. That's made from fruit preservatives.
Yeah, that's what we call jelly.
They're
Yeah.
for Jello. They're fucking art.
Linguistics. I'm glad I know multiple words for one thing.
Now, don't focus on
Here you go. Here's your typewriter. I do like her singular logic though. Yes, you can feel free to write what you like, but it has to end the way I want it to end.
Yeah, that would fuck with you too because having someone control what you create is bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's why you wouldn't get along with the Hollywood industry, Trenchy, because you've got a bit too much pride as an artist. You wouldn't want them keel-hauling and augmenting your work.
Yeah, I that's why I kind of don't wanna. Like I really at one point I wanted to do movies, but at this point I'm like, no, I think books you can get away with more like what you write. But
Yeah.
if you make a movie, and it's if you're gonna if you like work for a studio, they're gonna fuck with it, and it's like
No, I agree. Oh, and we have an art in the chat saying there's always room for Jello.
Hell yeah, there is.
I mean, that's probably why I have like such an attachment to this film. It's like because you don't see many films about writers. Well, there are some, but there's not a whole lot because it's not really an exciting, you know.
Yeah, there's loads of movies about a writer being transported into their work, or writers having trouble writing something, or bioautographics, but you've never seen one where it's a thriller horror story that revolves around a writer.
Yeah, exactly. Like the only other one I can think of is another Stephen King one. Of course, it's a Secret Window.
Well, I can see where you're coming from with that one.
Mm-hmm.
And Art says The Shining.
Oh yeah. How could I forget The Shining? How could I forget The Shining?
But then again, Stephen King does like to put himself into his own work when he can.
Mm-hmm. Only thing about The Shining is Jack's fucking nuts. At least in Kubrick's version, Jack is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, just an ordinary dude.
Well, you've got the book, then you've got the movie, and then you've got the made-for-TV special.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, and the made-for-TV special is not really that fun to sit through, but it is way more book accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly like Doctor Sleep more than I did The Shining.
Me too.
They work good as companion movies. You don't need to watch either one to enjoy the other, but if you wanted to sit there and go completionist, you can just watch The Shining and then Doctor Sleep, and you've pretty much seen the two halves of the trilogy that Stephen King was trying to get out there.
Yeah.
I just thought Rose that was a better villain than Jack Torrance in The Shining.
Well, Jack's not really the villain of The Shining. It's the hotel that's the villain.
Yeah. The hotel is a sentient being, a nexus of evil.
Well,
But I
you know
do-
what I mean, though.
No, I do agree that Rose is definitely more threatening than Jack. And I watched the director's cut, and that's the only version I've seen. And there's just like this epicness to Doctor Sleep. It feels like a chapter is closing, and it's beautiful. It's a great. It feels more like a saga.
It's definitely a lot better than the Dark Tower.
Well,
I did not
there
care
was
for the
no
Dark
way.
Tower.
Yeah. There was no way they were gonna do that in one movie. They needed a TV show to do that shit.
Yeah, or at least 3 movies to spread it across.
I don't even think 3 movies could properly adapt the Dark Tower, to be honest. That's just
Well, if they did it Lord of the Rings style, then maybe. Just
Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah, if they did it Lord of the Rings style and spread it across 3 movies, the Dark Tower could have worked.
I see 3 movies, like each 4 hours long. Yeah, that
Yeah,
could work.
yeah, 3 to 4 hours long, 3 movies of that caliber. You can get the Dark Tower done nicely, but trying to cram it in a movie that's less than 2 hours long, you're not going to be able to do it. There's just too much stuff.
I did not like Matthew McConaughey playing that role. Brilliant actor, he
Matthew
truly is.
McConaughey.
But
Matthew McConaughey should have been the gunslinger. He
but
should
the
have
Men
been
in
Roland.
Black. Yeah,
Matthew McConaughey should have been Roland. Idris Elba may have made a good Man in Black.
Yeah.
I think. And Art,
yeah, they
Um,
got it reversed.
yeah. And Art, to answer your question,
Yes, Art, you should definitely watch Dr. Sleep.
I recommend the director's cut. If you love the Kubrick movie, watch the director's cut. Definitely worth it. And I recommend the book as well. The book is brilliant. I love
there-
Doctor.
Yeah, there are differences between the book and the movie, but the good news is you can enjoy the movie without the book, and you can enjoy the book without the movie. So pick your poison.
Well, I
yeah.
like it because it stays true to the book, but also adapts itself to Kubrick's movie perfectly without taking anything away from both source materials.
Yeah. Basically, I think the consensus is Art. Yeah, if you get the chance, watch Doctor Sleep. If you get the chance to do it in a proper way, watch The Shining, then Doctor Sleep, and you'll notice how well they weave the two stories in.
And I do recommend.
Yeah,
I
they
haven't seen the regular cut, but I recommend the director's cut because it has. I know it at least has one scene that I think Shining fans will freak the fuck out over, in a good way.
Yeah, I think that's a golden rule. If you ever get a chance, watch the director's cut of a movie. Because usually the studio cut is made for entertainment purposes, where if you want the full story and context, you need a director's cut.
Yeah. There's only one change they made in the movie that I didn't like, but besides that, I thought it was golden.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you get studio making too many changes and putting too many quests in, you get something like The Dark Tower.
Dude, what were they thinking trying to cram that into one fucking movie?
I think they
They
got
weren't.
rushed. Yeah, I think they got rushed. They took the base idea and ran with it, but I don't think anyone on the crew actually read the entire book.
Well, there's like 6 books, I think. So it's like,
Yeah. But yeah, they need to give it the Lord of the Rings or the Harry Potter treatment.
yeah.
That's the only way you're going to get the whole Dark Tower Dark Tower series done.
Yeah, I agree. Like 3 to 5 movies, I think would work. I don't think you need 6, but 3 to 5 would be good if you said like if they were long as fuck.
Yeah, because I think the
there I'm not sure. Art. There may be. But off the top of my head, I can't say yes or no for a director's cut of Misery.
I don't know, man.
Either.
That would be interesting.
If it was, that would be fantastic.
I mean, it depends though, because Misery's pretty damn good the way it is. So the extra scenes.
Yeah,
would
I
have to
would.
add to it.
Mr. Man. I love Mr. Man.
to answer Art's question, yes, there is a Misery director's cut, and it has 7.5 minutes of extra footage.
That works.
I gotta order that shit then.
That's cool.
Just thought I'd check, but yeah, there is one. So if you can find it, feel free to watch it. Oh, he's struggling again. You got to remember, you're still a one-armed man carrying around dead weight in, also known as your legs and other arm.
Yeah. Dude, how is he gonna explain the wheelchair? Like he ditched the wheelchair.
Why did you ditch the wheelchair? Well, I wanted to go off road.
I do like how she catches his ass. Like not even because of the wheelchair. It's like, oh my penguin faces south. Like that. That's fucking nuts. Like that's attention to detail.
Oh no, I kind of understand where she's coming with that one. I've got a brass compass that I've got set up so it's always pointing north.
I wouldn't know
Yeah,
like
you know.
attention to where stuff is placed. I'd be like, okay.
Found the collector's edition of Misery on eBay for 20. That's not bad.
Oh, if you want a more graphic hobbling scene art, then please watch Black Sails, Long John Silver getting tortured.
Oh, dude, is that the story of the guy from Treasure Island? Like,
Yeah.
is that like him and Blackbeard and stuff?
Yeah, that one.
I gotta see that because it's like I heard it's like a darker version of Treasure Island. Well, at least compared to
It is so goddamn awesome. It is the. Have you ever watched Vikings?
I've seen the first season of Vikings.
Okay, it's the Viking equivalent of storytelling, but it's Treasure Island.
That's dope. And then I heard they added in like real pirates like Blackbeard and stuff, so that's cool.
Yeah, you basically get a history lesson with small bits of fantasy sprinkled in.
Yeah, that's badass.
So I would recommend it, but there's definitely a very harsh hobbling scene in that one.
Dude, the fact that he can actually relock his door is like, that's impressive, man. If it wasn't for the fucking penguin, he would have pulled this shit off.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the penguin and the fact it looks like he just crawled out of a lake because of all the sweat.
Yeah.
It looks like someone walked up to him and just sprayed him with glitter.
Yeah.
Hello, I am Edward Cullen, stuck in a wheelchair.
No. You missed a good one, Deacon.
Which one?
I pissed Laura off the other night on Freaky Girls Live.
Oh,
What did you do?
I pretty much said that Vampire Sucks was a better movie than Twilight.
Anything's better than Twilight. Having a root canal is better than Twilight.
Having a root no Nikin is better than Twilight.
I mean, there's only 2 or 3 Twilight movies that I actually sat through and was like, okay, that wasn't bad. Most of them are boring schlock. Like, good idea, just bad execution.
Yeah. Well, when they first came out, I was going
I
out
do
with a girl
not
who...
see sparkly vampires ever.
Yeah, when it first came out, my girlfriend really got into it, and it was like, okay, right, let's watch the movies. And in every single movie, it didn't matter. I just couldn't stay awake. They were that boring.
I mean, the fight scenes are cool.
Musket, that shit would be fun pirate horror. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be more pirate horror movies, Art says.
Yes, I completely agree.
I don't think there's really pretty much the
Oh yeah, man. Pirate horror movies would be great, or just a pirate movie in general. Just a good R-rated pirate movie.
Yeah. And if you have to make it R-rated and you have to include... Oh, my brain is failing me now.
I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean is grand. I love those movies, most of them, but we do need a proper R-rated pirate movie with that really captures the grittiness of it, like you said, like this Black Sails type of thing.
Yeah. And if they do a pirate movie that is R-rated, as much as Johnny Depp has conquered the pirate role, please do not give the role to him because he does not do well in R-rated.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's too silly.
Have
Yeah, if you're gonna have like
Bill Moseley play a pirate.
Yes.
yeah,
Bill Moseley and
I would love because Bill Moseley can just turn any fucking character you put in.
yeah.
ooh, have him and have his second in charge be Peter Dinklage.
Oh
I can see
yes.
that. I could see that shit.
Yeah, because then he's the quartermaster who's just in charge of all the books, and he gets to sit there and whip people.
I would say.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Trying to think.
Oh, the look of despair on the guy's face as he's looking at a typewriter going,
But,
I have to write the story.
The question is,
What's the question?
is, are we going for a singular pirate horror movie, or are we going for a franchise?
I just want a good pirate movie. I don't care if it has sequels or not. I don't care if it's horror either. I just want a good, brutal pirate movie. Let pirates be pirates.
If we're
Yeah,
going for a singular, if we're going for a standalone pirate movie, then yeah, my pick of Bill Moseley to play the lead pirate stands. If we're going for a franchise of pirate movies that all horror movies are R-rated, then Bill Moseley is not my lead to play the pirate.
Yeah.
My pick for the pirate is not Johnny Depp, is not Orlando Bloom. It's the guy who played the Punisher from the Netflix series.
Oh yeah,
John Bernthal. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I can see that working.
Rape and pillage is definitely Bill Moseley's style. Fucking Arthur.
Run, rabbit! Run, rabbit! I love those fucking movies.
But if we're talking about savagery, I don't think anybody's ever played Punisher as savage as Bernthal did.
Yeah, everybody else plays it with a bit more comedy.
Well, Thomas Jane played it really good, but John Bernthal, John Bernthal and Thomas Jane are my favorite.
Thomas Jane is my favorite Punisher, but Bernthal is right behind him.
Yeah. This is something I was talking about that makes me think she's autistic when she's talking about how she, they say he lived, but the car went off the cliff. This shows that she doesn't understand cliffhangers, and she's very literal, and that makes me think she might be on the spectrum.
Maybe.
I think opposite. You know, Bernthal as Bernthal's my antagonist. My protagonist has got to be Tom Hardy.
Ah, shit. That'd be good.
Or maybe Shia LaBeouf is my protagonist.
I would also throw in there Giancarlo Esposito. I don't know how to say his name. The chicken dude from the dude from Breaking Bad, Gus from Breaking Bad. That dude. I think
Yeah.
he might make a good, like maybe they're being chased by the government or something. He would make a good leader of like the British, like sent out. He sent out to catch the pirates or something. I think he would work.
That would
Or
work.
as a pirate. Yeah. He has this stoic nature to him, and he can be quite scary in scenes, but also he can bring emotion.
Yeah,
And that's a
that I agree with. Our Rob Zombie needs some dirty, sleazy pirate movie. It would make more sense than Halloween.
yeah.
Exactly, and then he can throw his wife's ass in there. You know, that would make more sense.
Although if I never see Sherry Moon Zombie in another movie, I'll be fucking happy.
Mhm.
Although if her ass is on screen, it would be very horrible if someone said wax the poop deck.
Dude, he could get. I
The
think
only thing
Rob.
that I can honestly say is, go ahead, Trinity.
Oh no, man! You go first. I'll go after you.
The other thing I was gonna say is, if Rob Zombie was gonna do it, Sid Haig is no longer with us, and that would have been an awesome. You know, he would make an awesome fucking pirate.
I agree. I agree with that sentiment right there.
Because away from the Captain Spaulding role, Sid Haig is a very accomplished actor.
Yes, he's been around forever.
Yeah.
He's been around, yeah, but yeah, man. I was gonna say Rob Zombie's good with music, and it would be funny if you like put in that pirate rock band, like a song from that pirate rock band shit. I think that shit would be great, and it would fit in with a Rob Zombie movie. It definitely would. He would make that shit fit, and it would be awesome.
Like, went to the mead, that's all I need, went to the mead.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Ampro showed me one called Tortuga, and that song's badass.
Mhm.
And, you know, one thing about this scene right here, where Paul is saying, "Please make my pain go away." You can see where that was haunting her.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I'm at the part where the sheriff bought all the books and he's about to read all the books.
I'm at where Annie just got back with all of his paper.
Oh, where he was trying to escape her in the wheelchair.
I'm at the bit
Yeah.
where they're having dinner.
Oh shit, we're ahead a little bit. I don't know how that happened.
It happens sometimes. But Arthur S. Brenner has just said she has more of BPD or bipolar.
Yeah, she definitely has bipolar disorder. Definitely.
Yeah.
And obsessive compulsive disorder. Everything has to be in a certain way. Everything has to play out in a certain pattern.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it throws her off mentally.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
But, go ahead.
I'm just surprised she hasn't hobbled him yet. Like,
Oh, it's coming.
yeah, I forgot how deep in that is.
But the only reason she's not hobbling him yet is because she thinks, yeah, he's tried a few attempts, but he's slowly becoming more obedient, more easy to handle. I can trust him more.
Mhm. He's playing her like a kid.
Art has just said, how did you all feel about the prequel type show on Netflix? I haven't watched it. Sorry, on Hulu. I haven't watched it because I'm in the UK. We can't get Hulu.
You talking about Castle Rock? I haven't seen it. Oh, you go, Mark.
I liked it, but I wouldn't call it as good as Misery.
Yeah. Well, the first thing is it's not actually a prequel series. I guess it does play as a prequel to Misery, but at the same time, it's more of an anthology love letter to Stephen King because you have a bunch of elements from a very bunch of different stories. You got Shawshank in there. You had the cop from Tommy Knockers. You had, I guess, in the second season they had something with Salem Block going on. So it's like very, very different. Very different. I do like Lizzie Kaplan though, so I'm excited to see her as Annie Wilkes because I do like that character. I mean that actress.
Yeah. And Art has just said, yeah, Castle Rock, the second season was kind of a Misery prequel.
Yeah. They also had like a female Jack Torrance in there called Jackie Torrance, or at least she seemed to be related to Jack. That was interesting.
Mm.
Well, he might well be, but not the way he said.
I think he's been there for a year now because we've seen the season change from nice and sunny to not so snowy to blizzard.
Yeah. Plus, he's writing all these chapters. The other guy's reading all the books and shit. It's like, yeah, definitely time has passed.
Yeah, say definitely about 6
Yeah.
months at least.
Mm-hmm.
At least.
I love how dedicated he is to his job, though, that he's literally taking the extra mile to read the book, even though he's not a fan of that genre, just to get into the head of this dude, to try to find him, even though it's been a year since his disappearance.
Yeah. Where is this missing author? Have you seen him? Maybe you can find him through the works.
Yeah, like trying to get in his head.
Which makes me think of
I think that's what I like about In the Mouth of Madness so much.
Yeah, I was just thinking that as well.
Like about what?
That In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh yes, that's a great book as well. I mean, movie.
No, the investigator starts reading all the books and he, piecing together, what's actually going on, and it mirrors this perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, we can all agree Stephen King is an exceptionally great writer, but he does tend to reuse things. Not intentionally,
Yeah.
but it does help create his shared universe.
Mm-hmm. I love Nostalgia Critics' Stephen King drinking game for all like the tropes in his movies.
Ooh, pardon me.
I think there is a point to this, or moral to this movie art. It's just their part, just for entertainment.
It's the moral is sometimes fans go. It's very much a criticism of Psycho fans. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
a-
much.
Yeah, and if you look at some of the fandoms and shit, there are some nutballs in any fandom that are just like insane.
It's also a nice moral lesson for anyone who gets themselves in the public eye. You may draw the attention of the wrong people. There are obsessive fans out there
Exactly.
who will go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Just look at some of the people on YouTube who are famous and their addresses have been made public. You get people crossing state lines or even going from another country to the USA to go to their house just to say, hey, hi.
Yeah.
The protagonist gained some kind of wisdom from this experience. That wisdom is fangirl would be crazy. Fuck it hard.
What the fuck? Let me read this. Yeah, that is true. You're calling me. Oh, okay.
Not worthy of you.
Okay. No. No, move. Move over.
Ooh, knife, stabby, stabby.
Don't put your ass in my face. Or your ass in my face. Jesus. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
This just went from a watch on to an X-rated movie.
Watch Trenchy as he has a face full of pussy.
Jesus. You're very friendly tonight. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So my favorite thing in all the world.
You're very aggressive. Jesus.
I know that, Mr. Man. They also call
Mr.
me
Man.
I'm not stupid, you know. Anyway, my favorite was the one.
What is that mean to you? Jesus.
In a car, knocked him out, yelled at the door, tore out the brakes, and started to his death. He woke up, tried to steer, and tried to get out.
Calm down. Calm down. Thank you.
Bird, and I was so upset and excited. They always start with the last. There was one trying to get out. Here comes the cliff. Just before the car went off the cliff, he jumped free, and all the kids cheered. But I didn't cheer. I stood right up and started shouting, "This isn't what happened last week. Have you all Keisha? He just cheated us. This isn't fair. He didn't get out of the car.
Hey, Mom.
He's found her flip book of bad things.
Not with my
Okay. I'm done. Jesus.
Head right, Dr. Cleary. But his horse
I
fell
can't
something that
use. Just sit still and shit. No.
As far as Stephen King adaptations go, it's my top 3 are.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah. I mean, if we're going for adaptation and not just movie, yeah. 'Cause, I mean, Shining's great, but it's not a good adaptation. Like,
Yeah, even Stephen King hated it.
I would argue that The Dark Half is better than The Shining.
I haven't seen that one. Ow, you're calling me.
It's very dark and very twisted.
Jesus, where?
But also, you're talking of very dark and very twisted. Yeah, he's just found her book of nastiness where it proves basically that she's a child killer, someone who will euthanize patients. She's basically a angel of death. Which is fair enough. Usually, angels of death have one of three motivations. One, puts the patient out of misery. Two,
Yeah.
take care of the patient, and when it gets too much, put them out of their misery. Or three, they just like to kill individuals that they have power over.
Okay.
Yeah, Art is like, yes, Darkcap is awesome. And we got Strinchy again. I bring the pussy. Cat, that is.
I seriously need to get
But,
two screens. Oh, he's disappeared.
Yeah. But if
Maybe
I was
back in a minute.
going to put my top 3 Stephen King adaptations that have been like turned into movies, The Secret Window, The Dark Half, and Stephen King's It.
Stephen King's It. I haven't watched The Dark Half yet, so I'll have to give that a go. But because I haven't watched that, I'll have to include Doctor Sleep.
Dr. Sleep is
And definitely The Shining.
Sorry, my cat literally
No, you
kicked me.
like Calf Deacon. It's really good.
But it's alright, Trenchy. We all know that sometimes pussy gets in the way.
But I do got to see the Dark Half movie. Definitely one I got to see.
Yeah. See, for a big lady, she can move quietly if she snuck up on him and was able to inject him. Oh, another epic mountain panoramic view.
Well, I don't like to be here, but I'm not going to come over there and tell him to move. Not just. Well, wherever she is,
See, I don't know why she had to set up all of that to strap him down when, while he was out, she could have just literally removed one of his feet or severed part of his spinal column.
I think she wanted to do it when he was awake, but I'm not sure.
She's more torturous then, so not an angel of mercy of category 1, so leaning towards more category 2 and 3. I'm guessing 3, which means she has to have power over her victims.
Mm-hmm.
Which would explain why the child deaths, because children are completely under your mercy. With what you do to them depends on whether they live or die.
Yeah.
But if she's that kind of psychotic, then yeah, she wouldn't be on the spectrum. She'd be too good at blending in and covering her tracks. The only reason she was found out is because the deaths stopped while she was on holiday/sabbatical. So yeah, she'd be the organized type that would have been stalking him, 100% following his movements for at least, well, for as long as she got seriously into the books.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell I've taken my meds and I'm a bit sleepy. My words are raw. I'm using more on the board in this.
You're brilliant, dude, no matter what.
Hubble! Oh, his scream is so accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, and she hobbled both ankles. He ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere, honey boy.
So, do you think this would have been more effective with the axe, or I think
No.
the sledgehammer was a good choice because I think it's more brutal just seeing his foot go sideways than some gore getting his like toes chopped off.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with the sledgehammer. The sledgehammer was the best choice to use because, unfortunately, with the axe, unless you've tied him correctly and you've got the axe in the right position, you're going to end up cutting off half his foot, in which case he could bleed to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She wants to keep him alive, but dependent on her and in pain.
Yeah, man. Just seeing his foot go sideways is all you need.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and it's a really good
Not only
prosthetic.
does his foot go sideways, but fucking scream. Ugh.
It works.
Talk about painting a picture like talk about painting a picture like a motherfucker. Good lord.
Yeah, and it was a really good effect with the prosthetic foot because it looked very, very realistic.
Yes. It
Yeah.
Oh my god, the sheriff has just picked up a book that's nearly as big as he is.
I don't know how they're both laying there together, and he's talking about the book, and she's like, "Huh? What are you talking about? Who's getting hauled in the court?" Like, are you ever gonna fucking stop being a prick, you prick?
Mm.
And the clue that breaks the case for the detective is a line written down on a bit of paper and a quote from a newspaper.
Then he sees Annie acting batshit at the stoplight.
Yeah, because she was in a rush to get back.
Yeah. Oh no! I trust me, Art. It makes me cringe every time I fucking see it.
It's just like
Yeah, and
Trust me, as amazing as someone who's broken his foot and had to have it reset, not a pleasant experience.
I can contest to that. But yeah, it will make anyone cringe because it's done so well, so realistically, and unfortunately, it is the accurate way to hobble someone. If you want to make sure that the ankle is completely broken, that's the method you use.
Mm-hmm. And what makes it worse is you see him sitting there fucking begging and pleading for her not to. And he just knew that. He just knew she was gonna wreck his shit.
Yeah, so I don't think she's a sexual sadist, but I think she is does have a sadistic personality.
I think the way she was brought up is like I think the way she sees it is what she
willing
said.
to wager. I'd be willing to wager that she's got Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah, it's what she's trying to instill in him.
Yeah, she doesn't get off on it. But the thing is she sees it more as like I want this person to act the way I want him. I need to punish him in the worst way possible, you know. I think she sees it more as crime and punishment than actual like loving what she's doing.
But it is quite nice that they are showing off or showcasing one type of the Angel of Death model that isn't as prevalent in pop culture society or as well known.
I agree.
I agree, or it didn't have that because the build up and quick shot was more than enough.
Yeah, I completely agree. After the amount of time they spent on it, the way it was done, the way it was shot, they did everything completely right. If they added anything extra, it would have either been too silly, too gory, or it would have broken the suspense and terror.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was good enough the way it was. Brilliant scene.
Gradually, like together. You see, Paul, it's all A. Last night, so clear. I realized it's one time. Eventually, you'll come to the idea.
I like when they're chatting on the doorstep because the sheriff's kind of like, "Yeah, I know you're lying to my face. I just need to figure out a way to get into your house, you bitch."
Don't worry. My reaction, I'm not all that used to.
Because unfortunately, yeah, her kidnapping a guy and hobbling him, she can be slightly redeemed for that. You know, an Uber fan who was obsessed, we can understand.
Damn, I'm reading
But-
Crime and Punch now, Trench.
Nice.
Sorry about that, Deacon.
Oh no, that's all right, dude. I forgot what I was going to say. Don't worry. My brain went blank. Lost my train of thought.
Every sentence he ever put down. I'm so proud of our Paul's work. Here I am, prattling on, and my manners have just blown away. I haven't invited you. Of course, you must know all about that.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. She could be redeemed for kidnapping someone, for hobbling someone, and basically stuff like that. It can be done for, you can say, psychological reasons. But for repeatedly committing the offense of killing children, that makes her unredeemable.
Yeah.
The only next thing that she can do is kill puppies.
As long as she doesn't kill Mr. Wick's puppy, she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if she fucked with John Wick, she's done in seconds.
Oh, can you imagine her and Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone teaming up to keep someone inside a house?
Ah!
Oh,
Her and Jigsaw might get along, but Jigsaw might go after her and fuck with her and shit.
Yeah, he'd let her do her own thing until she started killing people who didn't deserve it. Then he'd put her into a trap.
Yeah.
but there's another person who's like Jigsaw that would get off on
Ooh,
what Kathy Bates did. The Collector.
ooh. But he might want to keep her. He might want to keep her in one of his boxes because he likes her.
Yeah.
The Collector and Annie teaming up.
Mm-hmm.
If they could find common ground, then yeah. Unfortunately, as Trenchy said, the Collector might turn around and say, "Oh, you're an unusual specimen, so I'm going to keep you."
In my box. Like, fucking. He keeps people in boxes. It's kind of funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like this guy. I don't like what's coming up. Right?
Poor sheriff.
He knows what's up.
Come on, dude, make a sound. You can let the sheriff know that you're there.
Mhm.
Otherwise, he's gonna live.
Farewell, I'm adieu to you, fair Spanish sheriff. Farewell, I'm adieu, you sheriff of Spain.
Oh, that's one hell of a banging barbecue.
Fuck you. I love it.
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. Mainly because the deputy didn't turn up.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why the deputy didn't get shot.
Do you think the sheriff's enjoying his travels because he's currently on a flight of stairs?
Here! I'm down here! Down here! You show?
Oh, such a good scene. So fucked up, but so good.
However,
It was bound to happen.
See, that sheriff should have been a golfer because he would have got a hole in one. I have come to inject you with many things. Whether you live or die is up to me.
This ending that's coming up is so satisfying, though.
Well, you know, what is funny is, you know, the sheriff goes out to investigate, never comes back. The deputy doesn't even bother going out looking for her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think that would be one of the things that would happen. Which is how you can tell this movie takes place in a universe where the majority of people don't think that far ahead.
What the time is now?
3 days and 3 nights of misery.
We are meant to be together. I know. Must be. So the misery can live. We have the power.
See, the bizarre thing is when she's actually smiling with delight, she actually looks quite childlike and very friendly.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
And then when she kind of like smiles with anger, it's like, oh my god, you look like the angry principal of a Catholic church. Of a Catholic school.
You wind up with him.
No. I finished.
What's that?
I'll fix you something to eat.
I was born, Shelly. I need a cigarette.
dying. If we wind up where he is, we'll win someone.
Well, very soon. Talk to the last chapter. No.
Oh, it looks like she's preparing his last meal, as it was. Here, you can now have your field stripped cigarette and your little bit of nice alcohol.
I was foolish, silly. You need a cigarette. You used to smoke, but you quit. Except when you finish a book. Have just one. And
This is so
He flips the script on her so good. It's
I don't know how she said, instead of saying Dom Perignon, she says Dom Perignon. That is so.
Mhm.
It's so adorable the way she says it.
I know there's some scenes where it's like she's like very childlike, and it's so it's nice. And then she starts her psychotic bitch act, and it's like, oh come on.
romantic. Ian and Winthorne fight for the right to Misery's hand.
Ah, that's what they're called, Arthur. Arthur says the cigarettes are called a lucky strike. They came without a filter. It's like, oh, over here they would have been illegal because all cigarettes need to have a filter. Field stripping is where you remove the filter at the end. So that's what I thought he was doing. He's burning the manuscript. You now have to keep me for live longer, you bloody bitch.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I love this scene. Eat it, you bitch.
When you get to it, Trentry, you might laugh. So I'll tell a joke anyway now. Yeah, use that typewriter. She might learn something via osmosis.
Oh, Paul.
A 6-shooter. 2 shots have gone off.
I learned it from you. Yeah.
See, this is where she probably is regretting giving him a very heavy typewriter so he could work on his upper body strength.
Oh, come on. It gave me an ab right in the middle of the fight scene. Jesus.
Oh, no, dude. That sucks.
Oh, we're back. It's good. Yeah, man. Oh, gee.
And as he looks at their typewriter, her skull is leaning on the full stop key.
Yeah, get her. Eat it, you bitch.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Grab the iron pig. Grab the iron pig.
Oh, she got him right in the nuts. Oh, crap.
Does she even have nuts?
No, she was in the nuts.
Oh, she got him in the nuts, and she is apparently nuts.
So a nut hit somebody in the nuts.
Oh, the piggy saved the day. The iron piggy saved the day by shoving a bone through her skull.
Ziggy Piggy. Yes, I love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
It's a great movie.
See, at the 18 months later mark, because of what he did, because of what she did to both his ankles, he shouldn't be walking that well.
Yeah.
He should be walking as if he's got cerebral palsy or polio.
Yeah.
But I do find it funny on how he's kind of like rewritten his book and now he's been inspired to write another book.
Mhm. I'm guessing the deputy did come. She didn't come right away though. She waited like a day at least, but she did come.
The deputy
Somebody
finally, the deputy finally arrived after the bodies had smelled for a day.
It's like she waited a fucking day to go look for her husband. Like, Jesus.
Uh-oh. Is he hallucinating? I hope he's hallucinating. But yeah, oh, that's right. He should be cruising around in an electric wheelchair or something. He shouldn't be using just a single cane to walk around.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. That doesn't make much sense.
How long is it after the events? Like,
18 months.
huh?
18 months.
Yeah, it was having, watching my grandma go through physical therapy. After knee replacement surgery, it takes more than 18 months to get your joints back up to par after something, like that. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to have it to both ankles where they've been completely broken and then dislocated.
yeah, it would take at least
5 years?
At least.
Yeah,
Not to mention surgeries.
Yeah, he wouldn't be walking nearly as good after 18 months. He should be using a wheelchair or a ride or a disabled
Motorized
scooter type thing. Yeah.
I want to tell you I'm your number one fan.
I love how Misery the pig played herself.
Misery the Pig, played by Misery the Pig. Yeah, completely correct, Art. Art says, at least a pair of crutches. That dude was walking like Loomis with his cane.
Yeah.
Dude, but Loomis fucking was at the epicenter of a fire explosion, and all he got was a slight scar on his face and a limp.
True, he got off very, very lightly, which...
He should have been dead.
Yeah. Or at least have his body covered in 50% first-degree burns. So, realistically, in the movies, after that point, Dr. Loomis should be like Two-Face.
Exactly. Oh.
Yeah, it was a good-ass movie. I'm glad that we watched it, and I'm glad that we watched it just shy of the 30-year anniversary.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people wouldn't have been a lot of people might not celebrate this one as much as others. I know it's popular, but it's if it was something like Halloween or something, a lot of people are doing it. Well, this one, I don't think a lot of people would be celebrating its 30th anniversary. So I'm glad we did.
Yeah, because it's a bizarre thing, but in modern pop culture, when it comes to villains, we don't mind them being monstrous. We don't mind them being evil, but we've got to be able to root for them in some way. Whereas with the nurse, unfortunately, you don't get that. You don't empathize with her at all. So she's constantly the villain. So she's not celebrated as much because people don't see her as worthy of being celebrated.
No,
But she,
and nor
she's
should
one
they.
back. Yeah.
Loomis would have shot Annie 6 times and then had a fit about it. I shot
Yeah.
her 6 times.
I shot her in the heart.
I hit her 6 times with the typewriter.
That we got. If there was ever somebody who could put a Loomis and Annie sketch together, we got to get Martin to do that shit.
Yeah. I don't know who could do Annie. I know Sean Erskine could do a pretty killer Dr. Loomis voice. It's not perfect, but he's got the same manner.
Martin
He's got
can do Dr. Loomis just fine. I've heard him do it.
Yeah, he kills that shit. We need to find someone that could do an Annie though. Annie's hard.
You know, he could if he could find somebody to do the part. You could just have Dr. Loomis say, have it, you know, have Harley Quinn fucking do Annie's lines and have fucking Loomis say, "I shot her 6 times."
How about retro horror?
I was just gonna, I was just thinking that because Kara is amazing.
Kara could pull it off. Kara could do an awesome Annie Wilkes. And plus, they would be doing their own twist on it, so it doesn't have to be spot on. I think that would be awesome.
Oh, gentlemen, unfortunately, on this lovely conversation starter, I actually have to go because it's 3 a.m. My God.
You're good.
Thanks for joining us, Deacon.
No, not a problem. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me, and I do hope that the rest of the evening goes well for you two.
Same to you.
It will.
Nighty night, everybody, and enjoy yourselves in the chat. Bye, Art.
Stay
Good
frosty.
night, Deacon.
Bye.
And on that note, I am going to end the broadcast.
Cool.